Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a little shorter than normal, but today we're doing another mod on the beautiful car over here. I got my friend Andrew over here. Big shout out to him and Apex Motors. And also my friend Hamza. I'm going to have his Instagram link down below, a G and Blue SI. But basically today he hooked me up with a deal on a brand new carbon fiber steering wheel. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the old one here. You guys have seen this many times before, but there's the old one. It's nice, it's leather, it's functional. But we got this new sexy carbon wheel here, which I'll show you guys in just a second. I mean, the stock one is nice, but look at that carbon fiber. This one's going to be a whole lot nicer. So the man Andrew here is about to install it for me. I'm going to film the whole thing, and let's get to it. Okay, so step one, we have to take the OEM wheel off.
Right, so in regards to that, you want to do the talking, or you do the talking?
Well, I mean, I'll let the man Andrew do the talking since he is the mechanic here. I'm just here. I'm just the guy behind the camera. So I'll let him explain.
Very simply, we're going to get a T30. This is like a Torx bit screw socket. And we're also going to take these two out. So there's one on each side. Right down here, we're going to get in there. There's a hole here. And that is for your airbag.
Hopefully you guys can see that. It's right
here. It's like a little opening there. Oops. So there's one on each side. This is on the passenger side. You see it here. I'll grab a light so you guys can get right in there. Is that better?
Right, so you guys can see it right about there, right about my finger.
Yep.
And there's same on the other side. Other side.
Exactly.
If I can speak English, that'd be wonderful.
Just this one time, you're okay.
Just.
All right. So once we get those two screws out, pop them in your center console. Makes life easier, and off with the airbag comes. Next, you're gonna have yourself a little tool here that will help get the airbag horn, or the airbag and the horn wires off. So let's do the horn. Twist it for you. So the horn's as much as this little pring. And there we go. So there's a little tab right there. We're gonna want to go ahead and push on that. Okay, next is your airbags. So there's a tab on each side of the airbag. Obviously the battery is disconnected, so we just go ahead and pull them back. That's 1 and 2. There you go, off your airbag. Obviously I'm gonna put this in a safe spot.
There you go, that's what your wheel looks like with the airbag.
Alright, so now,
disconnected.
There you go. So now you got a couple spots here. So there's one spot here where your horn wire is. You're just going to use your little pick tool and just pull your wire out from in behind that. And then lastly, this little tab here for all your instruments. So that's your buttons and so on and so forth. So next, bingo, we're grabbing your snap-on gun because that's how we cheat. And with an Allen 10 mil, we're going to just pop this bad boy off. Here goes.
It's just that easy.
Bam. Big bolt. Make sure that wheel is centered. Oh. Yeah, a whole bunch of airbag lights now. It's okay. Now it is. Off she comes. We're going to rock that straight so that will be perfectly centered. So now we can go ahead and take the wheel over to the operation table.
Nice. Alright guys, so before we install, here's just a quick comparison of the back of the wheels. As you can see, the new wheel, carbon fiber on the bottom half and the top. The top is a flat bottom with nice perforated leather and red stitching. And then you have the OEM wheel there, which is still nice, full leather wrap, full round at the bottom. So like I said, nothing wrong with the stock OEM wheel, but this one's going to be a little bit nicer and make the interior pop just that little bit more.
Alright, so we got a screwdriver here with 5 screws. You got each corner, basically top, bottom, and then your one wire here, which is your ground. So we're going to do the ground first. Let's go ahead and twist that off. Magic television, here we go. There's one screw, pop it somewhere safe, and then we're going to continue with the rest of them. Alright, so now, once we got that portion of it, here's the crazy part. There's a bunch of tabs all over the place. I'm gonna pop my little light in here so you can see. So down here, okay, where the bottom of the steering wheel is, just down there, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. It's just pushed in. They're basically just tabs that are holding it in right there.
So it's down there.
Yep, so right there and there. Can you guys see that?
Right, hopefully you guys can see that through the camera, but
Perfect. I'll show you on the new wheel what that is. So just down here, these are like two little areas where the...
so these areas here, guys, is on the new wheel and the old wheel are the exact same. This is where the tabs are.
Right, so those are the plastic tabs we're going to push up on. As well as there's two tabs here that we're going to want to make sure to push down on at the same time of removing the bottom portion of the wheel.
Right.
Very simple. Let's do it. Makes all kinds of noises, so that's normal. Put my hand in there. Pop that down first. Pop that down. There we go. I'm just gonna pull up on this. There we go. So once we do that, once that is open and up, there's just one set of wires here and here. So the white and blue tabs. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull those guys up. Use a little cheater tool, aka called a screwdriver.
Push down on the tabs.
And then up she comes.
1, 2, that's all. As you can see, blue one on the left, white one on the right.
Yep. Forgot to take the little ground wire off there. It's okay. It's super simple. We just go ahead up and under, and now it comes off as an assembly.
Yes.
Put that somewhere safely, but you want to double check that all your tabs are there. That would be one of the tabs there, and one of the tabs there.
Run that for you guys.
Bop, bop. So those are the ones that go over here in the steering wheel, so they push into that. So make sure you don't break those. Okay, step one. Alright, so next step, very simply, what we're going to do is you got one tab here, okay, you're going to push down on, as well as on each side of the steering wheel, you're going to push down on those as well. And those are basically the same deal. They're the push tabs that push into the steering wheel and hold it.
Like you guys can see, the tabs are just there, just below my finger.
Perfect. There's another one here as well. I should actually point that out.
Oh.
As well. Yep.
And one more there.
Yep. Right
You
here.
can't even see my finger, but right there.
We'll do this one first. Makes all kinds of noises. Oh yeah. Yep. So there's the secret. So most guys, when you do obviously see the edge of the plastic, if you try and pull down on that or pry down on it, it'll leave a mark.
Right.
So we just go ahead and push down on the actual spots that are in that steering wheel.
Pop out the tabs one way. You don't
There you
have
go.
any
All right.
damage to the outside.
That's part number 2.
Yes, there you go.
And the trickiest one of them all. Are you guys ready? So that is the buttons. So we're going to push down on that tab and that tab at the same time. So it's kind of just massaging both of them. It makes a bit of noise, so don't get scared. There you go. One side. Next side.
And same on the other.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
Just pop off everything here. Here we go.
There and there's all your buttons off of the wheel.
Notice again, we're not prying on any bit of plastic on the outer edges, so it'll look perfect. So now you can see, in comparison, you got your 3 parts here, and from wheel to wheel, it's a heck of a lot different, that's for sure.
Yeah, so let's see if we zoom in.
Okay, we'll leave
So
that.
here, let's do it this way, guys. So there's a stock wheel. I'll take it apart, and then there's a new wheel. It's gonna look so much nicer.
Way better. Just do it in reverse. So we're gonna go ahead and put the buttons on first. Again, you wanna pay attention. These are the spots that it actually gets pushed into. So you're good to go when your spots are good.
Right.
So line it up. Make sure your tabs are there. And it's as simple as massaging it into place. Easier said than done. Do one side at a time. Let's not be greedy. There we go.
Just make sure you guys go gently. I don't want to break any tabs off.
Nope. And use your whole hand so that way it's not pressure on one spot only. go. So, want to make sure your tabs are lined up, obviously. There we go. Now, there's one thing I want to point out, is if you look here, the seams are not tight just yet.
Right.
So don't worry, those will come in once you screw it down with the screwdriver.
So just, you guys can see there's a slight gap there.
Right, so that will come into play later. But you want to make sure all your leather around the edges are good. Obviously up top as well, you want to make sure that's good. Yep. And then continue on, next piece. We're just going in reverse. Again, you can see the little tabs there, here, and here. Again, are going to be on the plastic piece that you see here. There's your little tabs that are going to go into place. So line it up. Just a big piece of Lego.
Yeah. A big, expensive piece of Lego.
Yeah, don't want to mess this one up either.
No.
There we go. So just like Lego, it snaps into place. Oh, sorry.
Reverse.
So you can see there, the tab pushed all the way in.
Yep.
And then the edges are nice and beautiful. So, continue on again. Make sure that the leather sits good. In this case, it's carbon fiber, but there is leather there and here.
Right.
All right, so flip her over. Here comes the fun part. We're obviously gonna run our wires through first, and don't forget your 2 tabs. Now it's pretty simple. If you put it upside down, it doesn't fit. It's one way.
Right.
So it's easy not to mix up the wires white and blue.
Right. Remember guys, white on the right, blue on the left.
There you go. Actually, it's backwards. Blue on the right.
Blue on the right, red on the left.
There you go.
Apparently I have no idea what I'm talking about, but see, this is why I come to the professionals like Andrew.
Somewhat professional. Let's be real here. You fake it till you make it.
That's what I say about my cooking career.
Right? It's worked out great, didn't it?
Yeah, no one's died yet. Knock on. Well, there's no wood here to knock on, but...
Yeah, it is what it is, right? So we just went ahead and massaged it on. And as you can tell here now, the gaps, again, they're huge, but you're going to pull it down with the screws to make it all nice. But you want to go ahead, obviously, and double check your leather on the edges. Yep. Make sure it's sitting well on that plastic. And then now we can go ahead and screw it down.
All right.
But it looks amazing!
Okay, so here's just another quick look at it. It's not even on the car yet, and it's already looking 10 times better.
Right? Go ahead and screw them in. So now you're going to want to just screw them down, not all tight at once. You're going to want to screw it down just enough on each corner, obviously to pull it all in evenly. Right. You don't want to snap the plastic this late in the game, if you know what I mean. You've come this far.
Yeah. Come this far, guys, so I'll make sure everything goes in perfectly. And
it's like torquing a wheel. You want to do all the wheel nuts at the same time.
Yeah.
Tighten them all down, make sure it's good.
So once you get them all in and lined up, make sure you tighten them down evenly.
Yep, and now here's the best part. Remember those gaps? Gone. It is beautiful now.
As you guys can see now, it's perfectly flush.
Even at the bottom as well. Looks nice here, all nice as well. So it is gorgeous. One more screw, don't forget. We got to put the ground wire on here.
Right. Again, guys, the ground wire goes
right where it's supposed to. And that's the best part about this wheel. Everything is where it needs to be. It's no fumbling around. Yeah, I guess with this, I'll leave a link to the name of the company down below if you guys want to order one. But it is a direct OEM swap, so you don't have to worry about any cutting, modifying. As I said, you simply take it off the stock wheel, put it onto the new one. And then it's bingo, bango, bongo time. So again, we're just going to go ahead and beat it to the punch here. Pop that tab in. That is for that wire for the horn. Okay, now this one's obviously going to get plugged into the bottom, but go through it now. Double check, take your time before you pop it onto the car. Yeah. Let's do that in a moment. All right, so now this part is called your clock spring. So that's actually obviously here now going to be your electronics for the wheel, as well as your airbags. So there's a little tab here that on the back of the wheel. Look how big it is. You can't miss it. All right, so she's got to line her up.
So that tab to that hole. That's what she said.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go in reverse again. We're going to go ahead, feed the wires through. And now here's the part you want to take your time on. Now, the wheel, obviously, when we took it off, we centered it. Play with it. So now, I just want to make sure the wheel is center going back on. You can see how well that slides in. go ahead and now pop in that wire for the that's for your electronics. The wheel is nice and far enough back. Take the big 10mm Allen and we're gonna go ahead and install it. Now he'll put the link just down below, or sorry, he'll put the numbers down below of what to torque it to. We'll do that in just a second.
There you go. I'll put the torque numbers either in the description or I'll flash them on the screen somewhere as well.
I made a mark, so it makes life easier. Usually have the green top up top, but that's fine. Okay, so now we're just gonna pop the airbag on. That's the last piece.
All right.
Okay. So what I usually do is I do the airbag first because this wire is a bit shorter for the horn. Right. So now we go ahead and pop your tabs in. You'll hear it click. That it confirms the fact that it's in. And obviously you could tell that it's all the way at the bottom. Okay, and lastly, the horn. We're gonna kind of sneak that back here because it is a nice fancy wheel. You don't want to scratch it after all this. And that's it. You see that?
So that wire there, that's your horn.
Perfect. Now, go ahead and pop the airbag back in. And 2 screws. Again, it's your T30 or E30.
Zoom in on that.
There it is, T30.
There you go, guys. That's what you need for the screws.
And then in she goes for the airbag. Same slot. There we go. Always tighten it by hand first and then go ahead and snug it up. Again, we'll put the link down below for the torque specs on that.
Yeah.
Same hole, exactly on the same side, or sorry, on the opposite side. And we're almost there.
Yeah. Give it a good hand tightening, guys, and then just torque them down gently, make sure everything's tight. Because the last thing you want is your wheel to come completely off while you're driving.
Don't want that. It does look nice in your hand, but come on, not in your lap.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right, and now we go ahead and start her up. Make sure there are no weird lights, because that's not cool.
See, do we have Christmas trees, or are we good?
No, we're good.
Nope, we're good. There you go, guys. So like I said, direct OEM fitment, no codes or anything should be thrown as long as you make sure you double check all your connections. As you can see there, we have a good dashboard. No lights. Perfect install.
Christmas is not yet anyways, right? So.
Christmas is about a month away.
Yeah, there we go. So let's not give ourselves
We'll call this an early Christmas present to myself.
There you go.
Alright, guys. So there we have it. There's a brand new wheel installed. We'll go ahead and wrap up this video in just a second. And
horn works.
Yeah, horn works. We'll go wrap this video up in just a minute here, and then we'll head out. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, so I'm just going to stop talking. Alright guys, so that's the wheel install. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to my friend Andrew here. I'll link his Instagram down below and also the name of the company he works for, which is Apex Motors here in Mississauga. And also to our friend Hamza, who wasn't here right now, but again, I'll link his info down below. He's the guy who hooked me up with the wheel. All the torque specs for everything, all the name of the company, if you guys want to order it, places to do that will all be in the link in the description below. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end this video, but I think if we're allowed, we'll take a quick walk around the showroom because not only does Andrew install steering wheels into my Civic, but this is also like the land of the Nissan GTR. So I'm going to take a quick walk around and show you what this guy works on a daily basis. I wish I had this guy's job, but anyways, once again, thank you to Andrew, and let's take a quick walk around, then we'll end this whole video. Okay guys, so it's the next day. As you can tell, it's later out. But I realized when I was kind of going through the video that I never actually ended off our video from doing the steering wheel install last night. Plus, I also kind of wanted to wait until we had some natural daylight to show you guys off the wheel a little bit better. And also, now that I've had it on the car and driven with it, I wanted to give you guys sort of kind of my initial impressions of the wheel. So let's get right into it. So I'll just quickly show you guys here. So I mean, it's not the greatest right now. It is kind of dull and gray outside. It was raining. But here you go, guys. You can see the sunlight hits the carbon fiber and it just sparkles. It looks absolutely amazing. There you go. As I did mention, it is a flat bottom. Hopefully you guys can see that there. So you can see it's kind of rounded. And even on the sides here, it's kind of round at the top, and then it's almost like square and round at the same time. I realize that probably makes no sense at all, but let's see if you can kind of see there. So it's rounded at the top, and it kind of has like almost like a squarish round shape, and then it goes into a very flat bottom at the bottom. At the bottom here, that's kind of a rhetorical statement, but it is a flat bottom. Excuse me. So yeah, so my initial impressions of the wheel, of course, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And in comparison to the OEM wheel, it takes a little bit of getting used to. Doing turns and having the flat bottom is something I'm not really used to. But once you drive with it for just a couple minutes, you get used to it pretty quickly. It's not that big of a deal. In terms of driving feel, let me flip the camera around so you guys can actually see. So in terms of actual driving feel, if you use your proper hand positions, you hear 9 and 3. The grip is nice here with the perforated leather. You don't feel like your hand's going to slip off at all. One thing I will say is that compared to the stock wheel, it does feel like this one's just slightly thicker, which for me isn't so bad. Maybe if you have smaller hands, you might not like that. But for me, it's nice. It gives me a sense of security. And I mean, something like a steering wheel, which is at all times your hand should be on it. I feel like this is one area where you don't want to have any compromises, and this wheel definitely does not compromise anything. As we stood off in the install last night, all your buttons go back exactly where they were. Everything fits in here perfectly. As I previously mentioned, it is a direct OEM fitment. The only thing that really changes is the carbon fiber wheel around here. But like I said, guys, in terms of the driving feel, it feels really great in the hands. I do like the perforated leather in that it feels kind of bigger. I did some, let's call it minor spirited driving on the way home last night and driving around during the day today. Nothing too crazy, but definitely I do like the feel of the turn in a little better. As I said, the hand grips feel a little bit more secure. You don't really slip on the perforated leather. I find with the OEM wheel, your hands can slip a little bit if they're a little bit sweaty. But this one gives you a real sense of security. So it's definitely, I would recommend this if anybody has a Civic, excuse me, and plans to maybe take their car to the track. This is something I would actually consider. Like I said, it gives you a little bit more feel, a little bit more grip. It doesn't feel any heavier than the stock wheel. Of course, it is carbon fiber, so that's naturally going to be a little bit lighter. But it feels about the same weight, maybe just a little bit lighter. But yeah, guys, overall, I don't have anything bad to say about this wheel. It's comfortable in your hands don't tire out. The feel is really nice. Like I said, it feels like it's a little bit more secure with the grip. And also, I don't know what you guys can see here. Let's try to focus, please, camera. Back out. There we go. So if you guys can see here, there's a little groove, which actually, if you hold the wheel properly, like you should be at 9 and 3, your thumb actually kind of tucks in here. And it's very comfortable. Again, I think this will help if you are going to be doing some racing. You have a sense that your hand is going to stick to the wheel instead of falling off, which is not something you want, going around a corner or even just driving in your daily. So that's one thing I do like about the wheel. It has a perforated leather all up top here. The nice red stitching. I was a little, I will admit, guys, I was a little bit unsure about it at first, being having the blue car, having the black interior, and then wanting to do some more blue accents on the inside. I wasn't really sure initially how well red would go into that, but after having it in the car and seeing it, I think it adds a great little pop of color and a little bit of extra style into the car. Eventually I am, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I am going to be doing some more blue accents, wrapping the dash panels. So yeah, I'm going to be wrapping the dash panels here and here, and also on the door here, and then hopefully, I think the inner trim here is also going to be wrapped in blue. So having this kind of black and red wheel in the middle, it adds a nice little pop of color. Everyone who's seen it so far, only a couple people have seen it, but everyone who has seen it even briefly absolutely loves the wheel, just like I do. But anyways, guys, without rambling on for too long, as I said, I just realized I had never ended off the video. So there's my thoughts on the wheel. Again, if you like what you see, you like the install video, make sure you do go and contact my friend Hamza. As I mentioned, I'll have all the information you guys need for ordering, install, all that will be in the description below this video. And my friend's Instagram handles, once again, thank you to Andrew, and who did the install for me, and to Hamza, who provided me with the wheel. I'll have their links to their Instagrams down below. I think I will have also flashed them on the screen somewhere while I was talking about them earlier. But yeah, guys, that's in conclusion. The wheel is awesome. It's definitely going to be staying on my car for a very, very long time. This car isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So yeah, as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. Please go buy yourself a wheel if you have a Civic. I believe they make wheels for other cars as well, so definitely go contact my friend, and he can hook you up with a Civic or maybe for something else. But yeah, that's it, guys, for this video. If you liked it, as always, please give it a big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Go check out everything that I just previously mentioned, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.